Keith Lee, Atlanta, the threats. Baby Ocho Cinco then jumped in talking about he don't like Keith Lee. You got content creators talking about they don't like Keith Lee, his eye roll fake. Let's just wrap it all up. Keith Lee doing food reviews here on TikTok. Being himself, blew up to 14 million followers, got a lot of influence. Keith Lee can make or break a business. That's who he is, okay? Keith Lee goes to Atlanta. He's on tour with his family. People in Atlanta are hitting him up, begging, Keith, come review us, spamming the comments, spamming the DMs. Now, that's to his credit. Keith Lee is just not popping up at places. He is being asked to go to these places and honestly review them. He did that in Atlanta. And baby, the way y'all turn on Keith Lee is scary. The first issue, a lot of these restaurants on the weekend had a wait time of over an hour. I see a lot of people like, oh, that's ridiculous. And I just want to tell y'all are ridiculous. Anywhere that you go, Atlanta or not, on the weekend, if it is a popping spot, Saturday or Sunday, baby, starting Friday night, the wait's going to be an hour. So I honestly didn't get all the commentary on like, yeah, because these restaurants be having you waiting. Baby, the wait is the wait, especially on a weekend, brunch, Sunday after church. The wait is the wait. So whatever. Now, in regards to the wait, Keith Lee would go in, like once they told his family, oh, the wait is like an hour or whatever. Once he would go in, they'd be like, oh, we can seat you in 5 minutes. He'll be like, oh no, since you didn't treat me like a regular person, we're going to leave. Let me tell you why I have an issue with that part. Because when you're an influencer, when you have the Keith Lee effect of like 14 million followers, there is nowhere Keith Lee is going to show up and they treat him like a regular person. Because while you're regular, you're really not. Like, let's be for real, right? And so when you have that platform and you make a video that says they didn't treat me regular, so we decide to go ahead and leave, I just don't think it's fair that people get so outraged about that. Me or you will see Keith Lee and freak out. He is famous. He has a lot of power and influence now. He's not a regular person. Now, is it right that they would skip him in the line? No, but any celebrity or whoever, that is a celebrity effect. The famous people effect, the influencer effect. That is what comes with it. They get special treatment because they're not regular people. So what I think I would respect more of Keith Lee when using his platform in those situations would be like, hey, I'm just a regular person. Me and my family are still going to wait to be able to review your food, right? And then boom, the lesson is learned there. But to get on your platform and leave and be like, they didn't treat me like a regular person, so I'm leaving. The people that follow you are going to be like, they didn't treat him like a regular person. And you have to use your platform a bit more responsibly in that regard. So to those restaurants' credit, when Keith Lee come, they not supposed to treat him regular. He Keith Lee. And if you think Keith Lee is going to these restaurants and they're like, yeah, do a regular Keith Lee order. Baby, they dropping all that fresh when they putting yours on a hot plate and putting it under a light. Be clear. Okay, I spent enough time on that. So when it comes to OLG, I'm not even going to talk about the milk and honey place because they fumbled that so bad. Whatever, they showed their hand. Because even if you're not in the food reviewer space or whatever, you've heard of Keith Lee. Even Ocho Cinco is tripping. Y'all have heard of Keith Lee. Stop it. So let's talk about the whole OLG and like Candy's response and the whole to-go order thing. That's what I don't understand. That's where these Atlanta restaurants, y'all showed y'all tail. Because when you're going to open a restaurant, I don't care what day it is. All these food, Uber Eats, Grubhub, all that, you need to have to-go orders. I don't care the day. I have to-go orders. Especially Candy Burris. Honey, because Candy, you worldwide. Okay, Candy, you got the bag. There is no reason why OLG should not be operating at a capacity to take to-go orders on any day. Candy Burris Tucker, you got enough money to have a kitchen for to-go orders and kitchen for the people that's there. You have enough money to order enough staff so your staff is not overwhelmed to be able to take to-go orders. Now, listen, a restaurant just starting out, they might get overwhelmed like, hey, we can't take to-go orders this weekend or whatever. But you need to be making that in your business plan to take to-go orders any day of the week. To sit there and be like, we just ain't got the capacity, so we don't take to-go orders, y'all are wilding. It is just unacceptable, period. And again, I'm going to say it, especially for Candy. Then Candy try to use some excuse that when the girl said Keith Lee table rated somebody else canceled their... Girl, Candy, don't tell that lie. Don't tell that lie. Y'all saw Keith Lee. Y'all want to treat him special as I think that y'all should treat him special. Anybody would again. I'm not down on y'all on that. But this whole to go order, baby, I ain't never heard such a thing. Atlanta, y'all lost it. Now to the backlash. I don't understand it. I don't understand the threats against his family. I've seen like threats against his life. I've seen so many people get so upset with Keith Lee for being an honest person. And that is truly and honestly scary. But I think that once you make it to a level of fame, unfortunately, it just comes with that territory. Like the creator that made a whole video like, y'all don't support me. I'm actually doing stuff for y'all. I'm not shutting down businesses. He was angry, honey. He was angry that y'all don't support him. And like, but what does it have to do with Keith Lee? Because anybody that's in this content creator space, if you're going to be doing this, honey, it's going to be people that blow doing nothing. That ain't got nothing to do with you. It just ain't your time yet. So the ugliness that's come out of this, only thing I can tell Keith Lee, baby, it's time for security. You're not regular anymore. I mean, I know you want to be, I'm just a regular person, guys. I'm just a regular person. I get it, Keith Lee, but you're not regular anymore. Not to the masses. You may feel regular. You may want to be humble, but baby, it's over with. It's over. And I just hope that the rest of his tours and stuff, that they go well and that they go safe and that he doesn't get this type of criticism anymore, because he's not going to be able to do it. I don't see him continuing to do it if it's going to be this type of rhetoric that comes out of it. And I hate to take it there, but it's us that's doing it to him. Doesn't make any sense, and it's uncalled for. And at the end of the day, accountability is important. I think everybody in the situation could take accountability, and I'll sum it up. Don't ask a food reviewer with all these millions of followers to come be honest about your restaurant. And when they have a less than good experience of what you expect him to say, you mad. Don't do it. And Keith, you're just not regular anymore, bro. You are going to get special treatment. You get special treatment. It is what it is.